Previously on Meerkat Manor, Zoro's rise to dominance at the Commandos was acknowledged with a radio collar, the symbol of status on the manor. Tragedy struck at the Whiskers when teenage Mama Mira killed Rocket Dog's newborn Pups to safeguard her own. Sophie was welcomed back to the family, where she became a first-time mum of 3. But when danger threatened, Rocket Dog instigated a life-saving burrow move. Just in time. An eerie silence falls over the desert at night. Tucked away underground, the Whiskers sleep soundly after yesterday's dramatic upheaval. But tragedy can strike when you least expect it, at any hour of day or night. The true measure of leadership is determined not by how you deal with the good times, but how you get through the bad. The coming of dawn in the Kalahari is normally a tranquil affair. But today is no ordinary day. At the Whiskers burrow, the family are in a state of extreme anxiety. Fate has dealt them another cruel blow. Last night, their burrow was invaded by a puff adder seeking a pup supper. The emergency evacuation has caused panic amongst the adults. Not everyone has made it out unharmed. Sophie carries little Flashman away from danger. But what about Pickle and Chips? The 2 blind newborns are being overlooked in the chaos. At just a week old, they shouldn't be above ground. Juno and the triplets have cheated death at the jaws of the snake, but only thanks to the bravery of their leader. But where is she? Rocket Dog took the killer head on. In doing so, she may have paid the ultimate price. A snake bite to the head can be fatal. It was to her mother Flower. Rocket Dog's best chance of survival is to stay still. Movement will accelerate the spread of deadly venom. But she can't afford to rest. The pups are in danger above ground. She must get them to a new burrow, and fast. In spite of the consequences, Rocket Dog summons all her strength. Too weak to carry a pup herself, she heroically tries to move the family on. Sophie is the first to follow Rocket Dog's selfless lead. But she can only carry 1 pup at a time. And no one else seems to know what to do. Whiskers are in disarray. Up ahead, Rocket Dog is forced to wait with Flashman. The more time the adults waste, the more they endanger the lives of the helpless pups. Once again, it's Sophie who finally comes to their aid. Pickle is safe, but this has to be a team effort. Axel comes to Chip's rescue. When his own family, the Zapper, left him for dead as a pup, it was a Whisker who saved his life. Now he returns the favor. But as soon as everyone has caught up, there's another problem. Mitch has spotted something in the distance. The family duck for cover. But they need to get the pups underground. They finally reach a bolt hole, and the pups are delivered into the temporary refuge. When the coast is clear, the journey to find a more permanent home must continue. But for the courageous leader of the Whiskers, it may already be too late. On the meaner side of the manor, Nikita's Commandos are also a fighter down. Miles was cast out after a vicious power struggle with his older brother, Zoro. But now, he's back. Miles scans the group for his tyrannical sibling. But menacing Zoro is nowhere to be seen. With the dominant male missing, there appears to be a vacancy at the top. This could be Miles's chance to seize power. But someone else is keeping watch over Nikita's battalion. It's Baker, Miles's littermate from the Whiskers, his equal in age and rank. And Baker also fancies his chances. The two brothers get straight down to business. The contenders size each other up in a silent duel. Head-to-head non-contact combat is just the warm-up. Nikita pays little attention as her wannabe suitors posture for power. Bouts between evenly matched males can last for days. But it could all be in vain. Miles and Baker could both get a beating when mean Zoro returns. At the Whiskers bolt hole, the situation is getting graver by the minute. This morning's exertion has sent the snake venom coursing through Rocket Dog's veins. She can go no further. It's time for someone else to take the lead. Ever-reliable Sophie steps into the breach. It's now down to her to save the pups. She sets off with an advance party in search of a burrow they can call home. But they don't get far before lightning threatens to strike twice. A young mole snake waits in ambush. Fearless Axel and his protection squad quickly surround the notorious baby snatcher. The pup convoy must now make its move. Axel courageously keeps the snake distracted. Long enough for Sophie to get the pups out of harm's way. Back at the bolt hole, several loyal subordinates stay close to their fading leader. As, tragically this time, Rocket Dog follows the same path as her mother. A radio collar up a tree can mean only one thing. The manor has lost a leader. One who was born of Flower, the manor's much-loved matriarch. The collar is all that remains of Rocket Dog's brother, Zoro. Zoro lived by the claw, and now he has died by it. His reign at the Commandos may have been short-lived, but Zoro has left a lasting legacy. Miles and Baker are locked in a bloody battle for dominance. Baker has his rival in a jaw lock. Miles desperately tries to free himself. Instinctively, the other males are drawn into the frenzy. Nikita inexplicably throws herself into the fight. Females rarely get involved in male brawls, but Nikita is no ordinary female. She savages Baker. The Commando pups watch as their elders threaten to tear each other limb from limb. Caught between the jaws of Nikita and Miles, Baker's life now hangs by a thread. On the other side of the manor, loyal Mitch keeps vigil over his fallen sister. Little Juno and 2 adults are by her side as life slowly ebbs away. But Rocket Dog won't die here. Not now. Not while her young family is still without a home. Some distance ahead, Sophie may already have found that home. The 3 youngest Whiskers are safe at last. The dependable babysitter has blossomed into a potential future leader. Just like her mother, Flower, and her older sister, Rocket Dog. At the bolt hole, Rocket Dog has staggered to her feet. She will keep the family together, no matter what it takes. In one last act of bravery, she starts out on what could be her final journey home. Finally, they reach the new burrow. The rest of the Whiskers are there to greet them. Rocket Dog has made it through her darkest day. But she's not out of the woods yet. Only time will tell whether, in undertaking this journey for the sake of her family, she has sacrificed her own life. As the Whiskers desperately pull together, the Commandos continue to tear each other apart. Baker is now back in the game, having escaped the deadly tug-of-war. Nikita has left the males to fight it out amongst themselves. This battle of endurance will sort the men from the boys. Miles and Baker are both bruised and bloodied. But neither is about to concede victory. There will be no happy ever after on the manor's mean streets. Three days later, there's an air of serenity at the Whiskers burrow. Slowly, the family emerge to face a new day. Some will be seeing the manor for the very first time. With their eyes wide open now, Flashman, Pickle and Chips have come of age. They eagerly take in the curious new sights. Their mum, Sophie, looks on. So too do the rest of the Whiskers. All that is, except one. Her mother may have fallen to a deadly killer, but Rocket Dog has triumphed where Flower succumbed. As the swelling subsides, Rocket Dog has proved she is a true fighter in every sense. But she may have another battle on her hands. Sophie has proved herself a worthy successor and may now challenge her dominance. Whatever the future holds, with one great leader and one more in waiting, the next generation of Whiskers are in safe hands.